so I just got the DeWiz watch in the mail today. I have not done anything other than charge it. So right now I'm going to set it up and kind of see how it goes. Okay, so far it seemed like connecting it wasn't too bad. I just hit a button and it connected pretty seamlessly. Looks like I do have a firmware update right away, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the firmware update. So it downloaded pretty fast and it's already installing, so I do like that. I am in my garage, so I'm not directly connected to Wi-Fi. I'm a little bit further away than I think some of my Wi-Fi things are. Okay, so it's already installed. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it on. It says there's another firmware update. So I guess let me do that. So let's do another firmware update. Alright, so I did start recording my screen on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and try and put that up on the video here. Putting the watch on now. I normally wear an Apple Watch, but one of the reasons why I got this device is I have no issues using training aids, but I also don't want to take them to the driving range. So I feel like this I can kind of wear discreetly and still get the benefits of using a training aid without looking like I'm using a training aid necessarily. So it feels a little loose. I want a little tighter. See how that goes. Okay, so that feels pretty good there. Put my glove on. I'm using my 8-iron because that's kind of, I don't know why, it's been my favorite club for the past year or two for just warming up and practicing. So I think I'm waiting for a green light or something. We get some way for me to swing, so. Okay, so I did choose my 8-iron there. I don't know if it had a club selector or not before. Alright, so like I'm swinging, but it's not, it doesn't seem to be picking up my swing. Not sure what that's about. It's not picking it up. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and just exit out of that and try again. So it seems to be connected. I wonder if I can't do it because I'm recording the screen. Let's see. So it didn't seem to work with screen recording, so I'm going to try it again. Not recording the screen, see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it's too far away right now. I'm going to move it closer here. So far, honestly, it hasn't done anything. So now it says, I don't know what's going on here. It's really weird. Try to keep screen on. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not. It's got this, at the top it says Discovery, and there'll be times where it'll turn green, and that's when I think I can swing, but it's not staying, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm going to keep trying here. I'm going to put it behind me, see if that makes any type of a difference. I don't know why it would. Now it says green Discovery, but I just swung and it didn't do anything. I'm really confused on what's going on right now. Understand what's happening right now. I'm gonna stop this video and try and figure it out, but as of right now, I'm gonna say, it's 11 minutes and I haven't gotten a single swing to work, so that's not a good sign.
A few minutes later.
So one thing I noticed that time, I had the green go, but then before I swung, that green banner was gone, so I'm guessing it wasn't ready once I swung.
Transition plus 1 inches.
So that one did record, so we're making progress, and that green banner did stay on that whole time, so that's a good sign. So let me make sure I have the right club chose. It's an 8-iron. Put my club down. Seems like I have to wait a little bit. Okay, so now it's ready.
Plus 1.3.
Now we got it again. Okay, so I think I see what's happening. I kind of have a little bit of a wangle. I never really realized it, but it's enough to stop the watch from being ready. That one did not read. So I do have to say, I am a little uncomfortable with my phone that close, but I'm far enough away where so far it hasn't been an issue, but I would not recommend it being that close if I were you. 3 swings so far. Running out of my balls here that are getting stuck and stuff. So one other thing I will say is I'm using what's called the monster mat to hit off of, which feels really nice. Like I don't feel any pain in my joints or anything, but I am getting this residue on my clubs, which it all does like wipe off. I've read to try vacuuming and stuff like that, which it didn't work for me because I vacuumed and I still get that. So any tips on how to prevent that from happening would be helpful.
Plus 0.5.
So honestly, I don't even know, like, oh, it looks like I'm doing my transition right now. What other data does it have? It has transition, tempo. Okay, so I think the discovery does a little bit of everything. So we're gonna look at that a little later. Also, I think if you have like a good swing, like if you use it within range, you can just tap the watch and it'll like favorite it as a good swing or one that you felt was a good swing, so you can look at it later. Because ideally, I don't want to have my phone out with me when I'm at the range. I want to wear the watch and kind of be, not really obvious that I'm wearing a training aid. One other thing that's interesting about this is it has like a learning stimuli, and it can kind of give you a little shock if you're out of what you feel is the right position. But you should do the discover mode first before you do that to kind of see where you're at, and you don't want to be making too drastic of changes where you just end up giving up and not using it.
Plus 1.7.
I'll be honest, that swing felt really good. I have no idea what the plus 1.7 means right now. I'll figure that out later, but I'm really liking just the data it collects. I'll show you that when I record the screen and go through the data later. I'm going to go ahead here and try and take 5 or so more swings with this club and just kind of see what the data looks like in the end.
Plus 1.4.
I will say the watch is pretty comfortable. I really don't feel like it's even on. My normal watch is the Apple Watch Ultra, so this is less bulky and does feel significantly lighter.
Transition plus 1.5 inches.
Yeah, that one did not feel good. It went way right.
Plus 2.4.
That one looks like it was getting worse a little bit.
Plus 1.6. Plus 1.3.
Alright, so that's all the swings I'm going to take for now with my 8-iron. I'm going to record my screen here and I'm going to go through it as I'm on video with you guys. I don't know what any of it means yet, so this will kind of be interesting. I did look at it. There's like a demo mode that you can use while you are waiting to receive your watch if you order it. So I did play around with that a little bit. But for the most part, this is my first time really using it, so I'm going to record the screen and look at it all here with you guys. Okay, so right now I'm looking at my discovery session from today. I took 15 swings with the 8-iron. I think that transition 1.5, the backswing duration 1.17, and the length of backswing I think are all my averages. So let's go ahead and look at the first one here. So it actually shows you like face on, that was a swing. Can do, or that was down line, here's face on. Here's from the target. Transition 1 inch, which tells me it's lack of precision. Interesting. Okay, so I might have swung too early. So I want to get close to 0 because I do have a little bit, it's more of a fade than a slice, but I do have that there. So it looks like between 0 and 1 would be good. So that's a little more than I'd like, but not the worst. My tempo here says all that is a 2.6 to 1, which I think the tour average is like 3.1 to 1, so that could be a little better. I don't know how to do that. The length of backswing, don't really know how to fix that. Backswing plane, 57 degrees. So plane below 60 is considered flat. So I don't know if flat is, okay, players with a flat backswing plane have a greater tendency to swing over the top. So that would make sense because I do have that little over the top movement. Max hand speed, I don't know what that means. That'd be interesting. It'd be nice if they showed something like, this is what that, correlates to, this is, ideal. Wide swing will be over 24 inches and normal width is 24 to 16. 16. So I'm kind of, it looks like in that normal. IDDX, initial downswing direction X. So it's just how much I go down. 5 to 15 degrees is ideal. I'm at 42 degrees. I don't know what that means, but that'd be interesting to look into, because the ideal is 5 to 15 degrees and I'm sitting there at 42. IDDY, 30 to 55, I'm at 33, so that's fine. But that IDDX, I think that means I'm probably going forward instead of down right away, and that might be why I'm getting that over the top. That'd be interesting to figure out how to fix that. Steepening and shallowing, most professionals have a -2 to 2. Okay, so I'm at 1.7, so I'm in that, but that IDDX is a really big one for me to look at there. Let's go to the second swing. Kind of all the data there. What was it, IDDX? 5 to 15, do I have any in that? That'd be interesting. So I'll keep looking at that, but it is cool. You can kind of see all the information here. The down the line view, the face on view. Down the line, what's interesting, there's the backswing, and then it kind of shows my little over the top there. So that's kind of cool. So that's interesting. Let me see for the different practice and learn. This is where you can turn on the stimuli. Okay, so there's a guide to see how much I should shock myself. Press the button. I put my phone down just in case I drop it. I barely felt anything. Maybe slight tickle I'm going to choose, just because it was very minimal. Whoa, that was slight discomfort. Okay, that was interesting. So here's different things you can practice. Let's go ahead and practice my transition. I really don't know what this refers to. I think it might be like my over the top move. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the parameters are set to shock me, I guess it would be. Again, choose my club here. I'm not sure how I decided if it's shock worthy or not.
Transition plus 1.3 inches.
I felt the shock in my backswing. I'm going to try without a ball. I'm going to see how much I can even get without. Actually, let me just face you guys, because I'm not going to hit a ball now. I'm going to see what kind of happens here. Okay, so I felt the the shock before I even start my downswing.
Plus 0.2.
So I already feeling the shock before I'm even like on the downswing. It's an interesting feeling. I wonder how I fix that. Okay, so again, I'm
Plus
feeling the shock.
2.4.
It's a little uncomfortable. I don't know how to fix it yet, but I can definitely feel the shock at the top. It looks like on my phone it even has that little like target thing. I don't know if that's because it went over the top right away. So let me try something a little different here. Okay, so that was interesting. I dropped
Minus
my
0.3.
kind of dropped my club a little bit, and it was a lot better. So let me try that with the ball now. And I do have those other like video series with the plane bait. I did start doing that last week, where it kind of had you drop your club a little bit. So I'm going to try that here.
Minus 0.1.
Okay, that one actually, I really like how it was hit. You heard the lady, minus 0.1, which is awesome. And I did not get shocked, so I think that's a good sign. Let me see if I can do one more. I don't know if you can see it, but I really like the ball flight on that one too.
Plus 0.4.
So that one I got shocked a little bit, which that was only 0.4 on the positive, so I don't know why I'm getting shocked on that already. How do I change that? It's like I'm okay getting shocked, I guess, but what are my parameters? Well, I guess that's the level to 2, because honestly 3 seemed a little too much. I don't know how to change my parameters. That would be something nice to know, is how do I add like what the acceptable transitions are. Let me maybe exit out of this and see if I can change it. Okay, there we go. So under the top I don't care, over the top I had a 0. So I basically had to be perfect or I was getting shocked. I want to go to 1 inch here, because I think that's what it said before, was stay under 1 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again at the 1 inch and see if I don't get shocked as much. And I did change the level down to 2. But even at 3, I definitely like wanted to correct my swing and not get shocked again, because it was uncomfortable.
Transition plus 0.8 inches.
Hear that? I stayed under 1 inch. So I didn't get shocked, but I do think I'm swinging a little slower right now because I'm afraid of getting shocked. But I am, as I'm swinging, I'm going and kind of dropping my shoulder a little bit, and that's kind of getting me in that, and the opposite, I guess. An underswing or shallowing my club is what I think the correct saying is.
plus 0.5.
So that's good. I definitely am getting, it's a little over the top, but it's still 0.5. And it beats getting shocked because I wasn't perfect.
Plus 1.6.
That one shocked me. 2 was better. Like 2 I can deal with. 3 kind of like made me jolt a little bit. 1.6. So let me see if I can get one more here that's at least doesn't shock me. And then I think I'm going to be done with this for the day. I am going to Golf Galaxy later to get my club custom fit for me with different lie angles, adjustments, and everything.
Plus 1.4.
Okay. So I gotta end on one I don't get shocked.
Plus 1.5. Plus 0.9.
Okay, so that one was close, but it was under 1, so I did not get shocked. So that's going to be it for day 1 of my DeWiz, and I'm going to keep playing with this, but I think with this and the plane made should give me a pretty on-plane swing. So it'll be interesting to see how my swing progresses throughout the year.